Well, hello, I'm James Henry, and today I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you about words because words matter. Before that, I want to say some words that matter very much to me and I hope sit well with you. And those words are: you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. It ought to I hope that gives you a moment of pause and reminds you of just how important you are and what you do is. It's worth being mindful of that. I was thinking today about words and how words have a way of shaping the way we see the world and reality. Uh, Negative words said to us can impact us in unfortunate ways. Things said to us in a snarky manner. The flavor of the words and the way they're said can impact us very negatively, and the way that we are perceiving ourselves and the world around us. Just as positive words can reinforce important truths that we sometimes overlook about ourselves or about the world around us. So it seemed important to me to talk just a moment about words. When I was growing up, I can remember a saying that was said regularly. I'm pretty sure my parents never said it to me, but I heard it all over the place. And that is, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Never has a greater falsehood been stated aloud. That is just not true. Labeling people, stating things about them, whether you perceive them to be true or not, can really, really hurt them. They can also build them up. I've seen the power of encouraging words. When you tell somebody you believe in them, when you tell somebody that you believe they can do it, that they have what it takes, that it may be a big challenge, but to press on because you see the best in them. Those words, those kinds of words really make a difference in a person's life. Just like telling someone they're stupid or a failure or no good or worthless can do the exact same thing. Those kinds of words are bandied about all the time in public discourse and in social media and the like. And I suppose that to the person that's saying them, they may find them entertaining. It certainly may be a way of making them feel better about themselves. I suppose if they're feeling badly enough about themselves that they need to put someone else down to feel better about themselves, I suppose that might explain all the negative ways we speak about one another. I want to encourage you to realize and pay attention to the fact that words affect your self-esteem. Now, I'm not just talking about the words that are said to you by other people. I'm talking about the words you say to yourself. You know, when you make a mistake, it's a mistake. It does not define you. It doesn't have to be the thing by which you remember yourself or revisit over and over again. I am graced with a long and fairly thorough memory in my life. And the things I have done wrong in my life, periodically, I feel them in my body. I tense up when I remember mistakes from my childhood. Those are not what define me now. I overcame those mistakes. I overrode those failures. I learned from them and became the person that I am. So why do I let my 6-year-old self somehow feel defined some 50 plus years later? Why do I let that define me? It's my self-talk. It's the words. It's the words that I let echo in my head and I say them back to myself. And they get triggered by the simplest things. When I make little mistakes today, I still remember that feeling of childhood, and it comes right back up. And then I'll say, oh, I am so stupid. Or I am so clumsy. I'm not the most graceful person I know, but neither am I the most clumsy person I know. And I don't need to define anybody else's gracefulness or clumsiness. Neither do I need to define them by my own perceptions, perhaps, of how smart or not they are, because those are just that, perceptions. So what I want to remind us, and us is the operative word here. I want to remind you, and I want to remind me to use your words carefully. Take a pause before you say what comes to your mind. In my Healthy Relationships class, one of the things we do at the beginning of every class is we ring a Tibetan singing bell, a bowl, and we sit for just a moment in order to change gears and to practice the pause. And I tell the folks in the class that this is a good practice, not just at the beginning of something like our class together, where we're trying to get our minds in the right place. It's also a good thing to practice before we say something, particularly in the heat of the moment, because those words are going to impact the other and ourselves longer than just the moment in which they're said. The idea that we can forgive, yes. Forget, probably not so much. We will remember. And so today I caution you, and I caution myself, be careful about the words you use when you're speaking about someone else, and be especially careful about the words you use in your own self-talk, in the way you speak about yourself. You are infinitely precious beyond measure. There's no other like you, never has been, never will be. You are unconditionally loved. It's not based on what you do, the mistakes that you've made, or anything else. You are simply loved unconditionally, no conditions involved, and you are a gift, just as you are in this moment. Claim that for yourself. And when you catch yourself speaking negatively about yourself or someone else, pause, catch your breath, calm for just a nanosecond or longer if necessary, and then say something other than the negative word to yourself. If you can't get past it for yourself and in speaking to others, perhaps you should talk to a friend or to someone else who can help you dig into why it is that you feel so driven to speak negatively about yourself. But be mindful. You are precious. You are loved. You are a gift. Until the next time I join you, I wish you all the very best.